net decals. This is all I have left, unfortunately. Shoutouts to all runners and those behind the scenes. Put this towards Ocarina of Time.
Testing, can you hear me? Yeah? I don't even see the mic in my periphery. It's there?
I've got the...
Yeah, it's on your side of your mouth.
Yeah. 4. I'm on 4. Okay. Good. I've got 2.
So audio check sounds good, everybody?
Whoops.
Hello.
Help him out here. Help the man out. Just gotta figure it out.
How's that? Can you hear me? Testing, can you hear me? Oh, I hear myself. We good to go? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm Russ. This is my Mario Brothers 3 speedrun, Warpless. All right, we didn't die in 1-1.
Mission accomplished.
Mario 3 initiates the runner right away with a very difficult trick in 1-1 to maintain P-speed throughout the entire level.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a really fast-paced game, like pretty much right off the bat. Stages that are normally pretty easy for a casual playthrough end up being quite difficult in a speedrun. The speedrun is comprised of pretty much just a lot of really precise timings, and that was unnecessary, but it looks cool. You'll see a lot of that. But it's like one of my favorite games. It's a total pleasure to be playing this year. So sit back and enjoy.
Nice. Most of the tricks in Mario 3 are centered around maintaining P-speed to move as quickly as possible.
And that's pretty difficult spot to maintain it there. You got to do a lot of precise movements. It's easier to maintain it in the air than when you're on the ground if you're giving up speed.
Yeah, that's right. And so I just dumped Raccoon Suit right there.
Yeah.
If you play this game, you might be wondering why I'm getting rid of it. It does make platforming a little bit easier. It makes the casual playthrough of the game much easier. It's a nice power-up, but actually you have pretty slow horizontal movement in midair when you have the Raccoon Suit. So I just used it to access the secret exit of that fortress, and then I just took damage right away so I can go back to Big Mario, and you're really fast as Big Mario.
So another really basic technique that you'll see throughout the run is just avoiding getting a set of 3 of the same card there.
So since the Hammer Brother landed on that particular tile, there's a fire flower right here. The little sound glitch, that means I saved like a little bit of time. So coming up at the end of every world, there's these long auto-scroller airship stages, and you have to kill the Koopa Kid and collect the wand at the end. So you'll see that at the end of every stage. So sadly, some auto-scroller action, but gives us time to read some donation comments, so feel free.
Awesome. So $35 from Anonymous says, here's to hoping GDQ continues for a long time to come. $35 from Matthew Hamnat says, thank you for this event and show up crazy skills. $50 from Iathos says, ooh. Yeah, it says I need to be quiet doing it. Yeah, okay, whatever.
So real quick, I'm going to use the fireball to kill this Koopa Kid. Normally it takes 3 jumps to take out these end-of-world bosses, but you can also defeat them with 10 fireball shots, and that's slightly faster than jumping on them. So there we go.
There it is.
That's World 1. I'm going to guess my time. It's going to be 3:33.
Yeah.
One other tiny thing about the wands there, you'll notice he didn't actually jump to grab the wand. You might think naturally that might be faster, but it's actually slower because he has to wait for Mario to descend back to the ground to trigger that kind of end of the stage cutscene. So it's actually faster to wait on the ground for those wands.
Okay, as we're going into World 2, just I'm pretty relieved, actually. World 1 is the world that I wanted to do well, and I didn't die, so we're off to a pretty good start. So that little Knobloch jump there is probably the trickiest part of this stage. So from here on out, you'll notice that I'm Fire Mario. I want to stay Fire Mario for pretty much as long as I can. It's just a real fast, convenient way to take down mini-bosses and to clear out kind of a path in front of you. And you still can maintain speed quite easily. Also, it gives you you can take 1 extra damage. So if I get hit, I get powered down to Big Mario, and 1 more hit will take me to Small Mario. So I essentially have 3 HP. That's actually one interesting difference between the American version and the Japanese version. In the Japanese version, if you're like Fire Mario or Raccoon Mario, if you take damage, you go all the way down to Small Mario. So there's some strategies that you can't actually do in that version that you can do in this version.
I think the Japanese version has a longer entry animation for stages as well.
Yeah, that's right. Ah, damn. Ah, no Fortress P-Speed. Okay, so I should have built up P-Speed at some point in that early section. It's too bad that I wasn't able to, but it's actually really hard to do.
And you actually do maintain your P-Speed when you go through the pipes.
So yeah, that was Boom Boom, the mini-boss. Takes 5 fireballs to defeat him, or jump on him 3 times, but it's significantly faster to defeat him with fireballs. So that Hammer Brother moved out and moved past stage 3. I know that Hammer Brother has a music box, just based on their starting positions and how they move. Which is good. I actually don't want to collect that. A music box is a little bit less valuable. The other Hammer Brother, however, I want to get because he has a hammer, which is an incredibly useful item. So this is the Warpless speedrun of this, which is different from any %. I don't use warp whistles. You'll see that I collected a warp whistle in the first Fortress stage of World 1, but that was only to complete that stage fast. I won't actually use that warp whistle. So yeah, there's the sun, everyone's favorite Mario 3 character. Some weird tornadoes, that's like the only level that they appear in, I think. So the sun is a little bit random, but he gave me a pretty decent pattern there. And I purposely turned back before I hit that end of level card to not get a star card. Okay, it's a little slow P-Speed build up, but it's not too bad. But anyways, yeah, this is the Warpless category, so don't use warps, so the game is a little bit longer, but it's also not the 100% category, so I don't have to play every stage, I just have to complete every world, so I can skip stages that might take too long. I'll also leverage a lot of the items that I collect throughout this, such as this one, the hammer, which lets you break down these blocks on the world map, on some of the worlds at least, which lets you skip some stages. So here's the pyramid stage. This is one of my favorite stages. The technique in it is just very cool on a speedrun, so let's see if I do it correctly. Almost, but it's pretty sweet. So that's pretty much World 2. We'll go on to this airship stage. Don't have to play 2-5. I don't have to play 2-4. I chose 2-5 because that was closer to the Hammer Brother. And that's pretty much it. So I won't use that hammer until later on. There's a lot of other interesting items. I'll mostly spam all the items that I collect in World 6 and 7, which have the largest number of slow stages. So feel free to pause the game. Free donations.
Awesome. $100 from Anonymous says, you guys are quirky and awesome. We got $50 from Nina, says, hi, Anonymous. We got $50 from Kevin Judy, says, thanks for doing all these amazing runs over the week. P.S. love the hype and excitement from the commentator. Well, thank you. $100 from Scarsaw says, awesome idea. $100 from Starbell says, just wanted to donate towards a great cause. Would love to get a 120-star run as well. Love the Mario block. Been my favorite since I was much younger. Good luck to all the runners. $50 from Ollie S says, when I played Super Mario Bros. 2 as a kid, I never got further than the first level. Thanks for showing me the rest of the game in amazing style. Keep up the good work with the event. Now, I do want everyone to know I'm not reading all the donations out loud, but I'm reading them here, and there's some really good ones. So thank you. Keep them coming. $50 from Stewart2590 says, loving these streams. 120-star hype.
So yeah, I didn't kill this boss with the fireball just because he's a little bit harder to predict his movements, and I don't want to risk actually getting hit. You can kill him with fireball and a few of the other Koopa kids, but for me, it's pretty much just going to be World 1, which is I think Iggy, and World 3, which is Wendy. But yeah, on the note of one of the donations, yeah, I played this when I was a kid. I played this when I was like 5 years old, and it's always been like one of my favorite games. And I remember seeing a speedrun of this at one of the earlier SGDQs by TJP, and I just thought it was so cool. Like it made me interested in this sort of thing. That was one of my inspirations for this. So I'm glad I finally decided to pick the game up. It's a blast. Like at first, I was kind of worried that learning the speedrun of it would kind of diminish the value of the game for me, but I took a risk anyways and decided to learn it. And if anything, I appreciate it more. I mean, it's just gotten better. It's still super fun to play. So, of course, this is 3-1. Really nothing going on here. It was a crappy water stage. But 3-2, this next stage coming up, I'm going to try a pretty cool trick to gain P-speed in it, which is an otherwise difficult platforming stage. But it requires a little bit of precise timing, so we'll see if I get it. This is actually only adopted, the strategy was only adopted recently in the speedrun. We'll see. What?
Yeah.
Thanks. I said what because there's a piranha plant that's supposed to spawn on that pipe, but he wasn't there. All right.
Too fast.
That's too fast. I guess that's it. So that was pretty sick. I'm glad I got that. Oh, lame. I'm okay with that. At least I didn't die. This is a pretty easy stage to die on, sadly. You fall in the water and you just start fumbling around, and Big Bertha comes and takes a big bite out of you. But having lost Fire Flower will just mean I lose a little bit of time in this next stage, not being able to kill Boom Boom with the Fire Flower. So there's this Hammer Brother on the world map that's dangerously close to leaving where I want him to be. We'll see what he does. It's a 33% chance that this is about to get pretty messy. So that's Boom Boom without the Fire Flower. Significantly slower, but we're still in there. We can grab it back up in the next stage. And in this world, I'm going to want to kill both of these Hammer Brothers. Don't go to the right. Oh, he's gone. Okay, there's a slight chance he can come back, but I could be screwed. That was nice.
There's several levels in this world that we'll be skipping, and if that Hammer Brother wanders in between them when we can't get to him, that could be trouble.
Come back, please. Oh, he's back!
Nice.
Yes.
Now we just have to get lucky again. So I got to power back up. Luckily, this stage has some backups for us. Come on. Oh, no. That's really bad, actually. But we'll make it. That means I can't do stage 9 properly, but that's all right. Hammer Brother, yes.
There we go.
Ugh. Alright.
Hammer Bros, please.
So I got a cloud from completing World 2. I'm going to use that to cross that bridge. That's why I needed the Hammer Brother to be here, so the bridge would still be down. That's a scary stage. Rule number 1 of running SMB3 is don't die on 3-8 because I used a cloud to pass 3-6, and if I died, it'd send me back behind that, and I'd have to replay. I'd have to actually play 3-6. So sadly, I can't do the really cool P-speed in this stage, at least not very much, because I got to pick up a Fire Flower. I lost that. Normally it looks like that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pick up this flower. Kind of lame.
If he came into the stage with fire, he would have been able to jump over that H formation that he had to go under since we lost P-Speed.
Yeah, that's right. And I would have made it too. I started to try to do it just to see if I would.
Yeah, you had it.
But the important thing is we have fire. That makes this boss kill much easier, and it makes the next world much, much better. So let's see if I can hang on to it. I pretty much don't want to get hit until World 6.
Notice the leg from those white blocks when it picks those up. That's the
Yeah.
way the game thinks about those blocks is they're in the background until you pick them up. Then they become a sprite.
Yeah, those blocks cause a lot of lag when you're picking them up and throwing them around. Actually, a lot of the stuff in this game causes lag if there's too much going on the screen. But I'll just say real quick, I'm going to try to Fireball kill Windy, one of the most annoying bosses in the game. But just check that one out. And until then, Brosentia, feel free to raise some donations.
There's so many. Okay, $50 from Shark812 says, please keep that good work. This run is just amazing. Cheers from Italy. $50 from Corey M says, gotta see that 120 stars run. $100 from Sid says, 120 star and 1 life. No, not 1 life. Maybe 1 life. $125 from Ozone says $125 here and $25 to Humble Bundle. Been watching for about 3 years, never had a way to donate until now. Hopefully we'll have more saved up at SGDQ because $150 just doesn't seem good enough. $222 from Owen Laurie says, I found a few 2s for you. We had another 222 donation from Axel. Is that 222? Wasn't it 222? Awesome, thank you.
I don't know what the times are from now on. I pretty much just know the final time and World 1. But okay, so coming up 4-1, I have firepower. There's a really cool strategy in 4-1 if I can do it correctly that requires firepower. So it's one of the harder tricks in the game. So let's give it a shot. World 4 is really cool, by the way. So that's the speedo, that room right there, by the way. Almost.
Nice.
That's kind of an annoying level. There's a slightly faster way through it that involves like shooting a fireball and picking up one of those white blocks at the same time, but it's kind of inconsistent. So level 3 coming up here. This is a really cool stage. It looks really good when done right. It's not too hard once you get it down. It takes a while to learn though. Maintaining P speed while after entering that pipe. Okay, technically win here. So the hammer that I picked up in World 2, we'll see some action right here. A lot of people, actually I didn't know about this until I started speedrunning this, and Karua had to correct me that there's actually a breakable block right there, allowing you to skip that fortress. So there's this thing in Warpless called early hammer, where in World 2 you can get hammer really early and use that to pass some stages. But you have to play that fortress stage, so it's also very rare. So I'm manipulating the Lackey 2's position right there in order to give me kind of a boost. This is such an annoying stage, I'm just going to take him out. This is one of the worst stages in the game. It's just so bad. Okay, don't hit me. Alright. And I call that a super swim. I don't know what else that's called, but if you're running in one tile high water as Big Mario and you press crouch right before you walk off the edge, you have full running speed in the water briefly. So it wasn't a very good time, but leaving World 4 or leaving 4-4 like with Fire Mario is good. So P-Wing. So you can actually pass these two Hammer Brothers if you're really lucky, but obviously I wasn't. So I got a P-Wing. I needed that P-Wing anyways. I was either gonna get one there or one in the next world. So dang, this is kind of a tricky stage. Okay, I got sprayed. I'm panicking. All right. Well, that's pretty bad, actually. So I can't have firepower for World 5 now. That's too bad. Oh, that would have been almost P-Speed. So that would have been a Fire Flower right there if I was Big Mario, but I took 2 hits on the previous stage on accident.
On the staircase there at the start of the stage, you saw him kind of do a quick left and right, and that's just to be able to continue his jumps without hesitation, keep his momentum moving right.
Yep, that's right. Because ideally, I'd be able to build up P-Speed at the beginning of the stage if I came into the stage as Fire Mario, but I took some damage, had to power up, and take it a little bit slowly. So, sadly, World 5 will be done mostly without firepower, which loses probably like 15 seconds, sadly. But hey, we're deathless so far, so that's okay. And for some reason, this is like the slowest auto-scroller in the game. It's like twice as slow, like moving, as the other auto-scrollers. It's like a 2-minute stage, so feel free to just knock out some of those donation comments.
Cool. By the way, we have some prizes coming up. During these runs, you can donate to be eligible for the Mad Catz Triton headset with Mario design, Nintendo Wii U with 2 games, and the Super Mario 3 Perler set, which is beautiful. Cool. I have too many donations left. $1,000 from Stampy.
Thank you.
Says this was the first game that my brother and I actually wrote down our routes way back when it was new. Always brings back memories. Also, calling out all the animal killers right now. I'm going to snipe bid to save them, so make me pay big. Come at me, bros. That's it. Donate to kill the animals, everyone, right now. Okay. $1,000 from Bjorn. Says, hi guys. Says, hi guys, great week so far. Keep up the good work. Here's 1K for FF6 100%. We've got $3,000. From Greg S, he says, I've been watching recorded AGDQs and SGDQs for the past year. Finally get to catch one live. What you guys are doing is great, and I'm more than happy to support all of you. I really feel as though it takes insane skill to speedrun the way you do. Let's get to that 500K. Putting this 3K towards Ocarina of Time. I'll be back for AGDQ 2015.
This is Iggy. He's got a weird thing going on where sometimes he'll jump up, you'll be on top of him, and you'll get hit anyway.
Yeah, that's happens every now and then, and it's really like a pain if you have firepower and you just lose it due to something you have no control over. But hey, we've already lost firepower, so I'll be okay if we just like make it without dying. That's still probably asking for a lot, but World 5 has a lot of really cool stages in it. It's kind of separated into 2 parts. So the first part has stages 1 through 3 in a fortress and 2 Hammer Brothers, and then this tower stage, which is kind of a unique stage. And then the second half has a bunch of other levels and 1 more Hammer Brother. So I already got the P-Wing in the previous world, so I'm going to go ahead and use my music box to put those 2 Hammer Brothers to sleep over there. In just a little bit, at least. You know, sadly in 5.1, there's really no way to build up P-Speed early on. It's pretty much impossible. And if I had firepower, I could have fallen down a little bit earlier and taken out some of those little white plants and built up P-Speed, but oh well. And at 5-2, I actually skip half the stage, which is, it's pretty easy to do as long as you know what you're kind of doing when you enter the stage. You can start climbing up using these Knoblochs. And that skips like half the stage. You know, obviously in the first kind of playthrough, you won't know about that, and you'll just fall down, and there's this whole underwater or underground section. That's kind of a pain. Ooh, that was slow. Alright. Oh. Okay, so 2-star cards. So if you hit one of these end-of-level cards moving at max speed, you usually get a star. That's because, I guess, the cycle that they start on, the cycle begins as soon as it's scrolled on the screen. So, okay, that's a really scary jump. So yeah, on the next level with a card at the end, I want to make sure that I turn back before I hit it so I don't get a star. It starts this whole fireworks thing. It gives you 5 extra lives, you know, that's good for normal playthroughs, but it takes like 10, 15, it takes like 10 seconds to do. That forge is kind of scary, just that first part with the